Hey all you motorheads, how's it going this afternoon? This is Hurst Quayzar, and you are in another episode of Movie Cars in my garage, Quayzar's Custom, playing a little Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Yeah, it's been probably a couple episodes since I was able to get to another movie car, and that has been because I've been trying to play in the background, trying to find these cars, to be quite honest with you, and I finally found a few that I could do movie cars with, so we are in it right now. So today's movie car is from the Stephen King novel called Misery. Now, Misery is this fictional character in a book that this famous author plays by James Caan. Um, uh, that's who this character is Misery, right? So Misery is just some girl that he's just depicted in these books. You know, the happiness of misery or the misery of misery or whatever. These books, these series of books, right? Almost uh, like the books of, like Harry Potter books and series of books that he's written, and it's about this woman named Misery. Well, he is. I don't know if he tries to. He needs to get away, right? He's probably got. I think he has like a writer's block or something, so he's going to try and get away. He's going to try and get some of those creative juices flowing. So he decides to take a road trip and get away, go up to a cabin or whatever, and do some writing. Well, along the way, of course, there's a big old snowstorm, and he wrecks his car. Well, he wrecks his car. An actress by the name of Kathy Bates finds him, and she is a fan. And I mean, we're not talking, fanboy fan type fan. We are talking one of those fans that would give life and limb for, right? That's what type of fan this one is, right? So I saw this movie, and I did not read the book by Stephen King. I did buy it though. I did buy it, and my personal opinion was that the book wasn't that great. I got through like the first couple of chapters, and I was like, I'm out, right? Uh, but I mean, it probably is better for some, but it wasn't. It just wasn't for me. I tell you that. But the movie was kind of how should I say this? Kind of nightmarish, because I cannot see Kathy Bates anymore. I would have nightmares of seeing Kathy Bates at the end of my bed, at the foot of my bed. And if you haven't seen the movie, I'll let you know what that's all about in a few. So, how is everyone going? I hope this video is finding you happy and healthy. Oh my gosh, like I said, it has been a while since I've recorded a video for the movie cars, and it's just been because I have been trying to find these cars. Now, I know I could cheat my way through it. Yes, I know I could cheat my way through it. But I think it's just more fun trying to find them along the way. And yes, sometimes it is a little bit frustrating. Yeah, but it's fun nonetheless. So we're gonna get all of these set up now for wheels and tires on this. So James Caan is the author. I think his name is Paul Sheldon, I think, as read. I don't remember. So he owns this Mustang. So the Mustang actually, let's see what we got here. We have regular Mustang Mach 1 wheels. Okay, oh, wait a minute. What is this? 215, 65, 15. So we're going to go stick with a 15-inch rim, right? These are stock rims on the Mustang. And this will be one of the very few cars that I'm going to maintain completely stock. Alright, so this mod is from Dead Bob 777, and I want to keep it as stock as possible. And in that, realm of keeping it stock, I need to use these cape rims right here. So we're going to keep these rims. We're going to go ahead and get 4 of these bad boys at a 15-inch. So we're going to keep it as stock as possible. Now the tires, we are going to go to 1565, huh? So for the tires, we are going to go with, we will go with a sport tire. 2, 3, 4, 15. I think these are going to be a square setup all the way around. 250, 215.65. 215.65. Hang on. 215.65. So we're going to go with a sport tire all the way around its size. So we are going to keep it as a square setup, as they were say, meaning same size all the way around. Right, and a black wall at that. So we're going to go very stock on these rims and tires. So these are, it's going to look kind of goofy on this because I love Mustangs with a little more meat and beef on them. But you know, I'm not really liking depth of that. So these aren't really. Let's see if I can find another rim here. I don't think there's another rim, to be honest. Might be. No, those wouldn't be it. I think these would probably be the closest, I think, for the stock Mustang rims. I'll take another quick look through here just to be sure. But yeah, I think so. So I'm not liking, even though I want it to be as stock as possible. I don't know if I want all that. Well, it's going to be a stock car, so I'm going to go completely stock all the way around on it. Might as well do it up, right? Right. So let's go ahead and start assembling the rear end of this. And as I said, I'm going to keep this primarily stock. Fuel pump, yeah, typically, you know, I go all out getting some of the performance pieces and everything else. But this time around, I'm going to save a little cash on this and put myself through a little bit of misery and build this completely stock. As I was saying, this is a Dead Bob 777 mod. Awesome mod. This has a couple of variations to it, so get yours from the workshop today, definitely. And while you're there, check out his Patreon. You know, modders typically try to create mods for the game from probably other games, I would believe, but sometimes they get models from the internet, and those models sometimes they pay for them themselves. So it would be nice if you gave him just a little bit of cash towards another mod that you may see in the game. And from what I understand, modding into 2021 will not be too bad. We could probably take most of the stuff that we have here and just import it somehow into 2021, which will be a great thing. I would love that. Absolutely love it. I think it's a beautiful thing when they could do something like that, so they don't have to recreate the wheel for the modders, I should say. Yeah. Alright, enough beer for me tonight. Alright, so we've got the rear suspension all set up. Got one tire balanced, another tire ready to go. Let's see how goofy these wheels look on here. They probably look super goofy. Well, guess not too bad. I probably could have gone with a 16-inch rim on there. Got away with it. But that's alright. I did say we were going to go stock with this, so. Alright, so that's on there. So yeah, his Mustang was actually completely stock, so. Alright, let's sell off these pieces. Yep. Let's go ahead and start mounting up these bad boys. And start ripping into the front suspension. Now, I thought about just jumping in and doing the motor as well. Before I did the front suspension, but I'm like, what the hell? We'll just jump right into here. Now with this mod in particular, the 65 Mustang mod, I love the Mustang wheels on it. I really do. It looks awesome. Wish we had even more rims to choose from. I haven't even used the ones that we've got in the workshop as it is right now, or not in the workshop, but in the game as it is. I don't think I've used every single rim. Yeah, I don't think I have. I think I have my favorites. I stick with my favorites, and that's the way I usually roll with it now. As for you guys, do you have favorite rims that you like using all the time, or is it you like mixing it up? Let me know down in the comments section. I'd love to hear it from you. Alright, so back to Misery. So James Caan wrecks his car, right? And Kathy Bates is his fan, like his #1 fan, I guess you might say. And she saves him from this wreckage and nurses him back to health. He's pretty battered up, right? Because he rolls his car in the snow and down this embankment. And she saves him from it. And, so while he's in her care, right, she wants him to write another, misery novel. Whoever this misery chick is, she wants him to write more about misery. So he does, right? And he, in the book, I mean, this was going to be like the last chapter, I guess you might say, or the last hoorah of misery. So he was going to basically have her die in the last book. And he has, he wrote most of it, I guess, and he had, she got a hold of it, or he let her read it, one way or the other. And he soon finds out just how stupidly crazy this woman is, because she gets freakishly upset, right? And she is so mad that he killed off Misery and that he was a murderer and everything else. And that's when James Caan realizes, his character realizes, he's in big trouble here, because this chick's crazy. So yeah, so she basically, straps him to the bed and, doesn't, feeds him crap, and it gets crazy. Let's see here. I repaired everything. I kind of lost my train of thought here. All right. So let's clear out my parts list. There we go. And then check my inventory to see what we're gonna need. Okay, brakes. Basic stuff here. That's not too bad. Everything's in good shape. Sway bar is pretty good. Pretty good. Inner and outers. Yep. Looks like the typical stuff for this one. So I think we lucked out on this one. This one was in a junkyard. And yeah, I think I lucked out on this. That's for sure. All right, let's head into the parts depot here. Brakes. I need 2 of those. Right, 2 pads. Right. Suspension. This is where I'm going to get real. Let's see. It's front sway bar B. Inners and outers. While I'm thinking about, I need to get the shock absorbers set up here. Inner and outers are rubber bushings times 12. And you know what? I said this was a. Is this a. I said this was a Dead Bob 777 mod. I believe it's a fully sick mod. I believe that's the case here. I believe this is a fully sick mod. I'd have to, now that I'm thinking about it, I am going to have to double check because I really thought it was a Dead Bob because he does a lot of the Mustangs in the workshop. So, yeah, I'm going to have to double check. Sway bar B-link ×2, hub bearings and hub caps. Okay, we have that. Let's go ahead and assemble those, and let's see here. So the 65 Mustang, yes, the 65 Mustang is Dead Bob 777s. It's not fully sick. Fully sick did do a Mustang. His Mustang was the 67. So I get those a little confused from time to time. My apologies to both the modders for that mistake. Alright, to the tablet. Wait a minute, did we get all the pieces we needed or no? Yeah, I think we did. Let's go ahead and sell off the parts we don't need, so we don't have any confusion there. Thank you very much. Now let's get this all wrapped up underneath here so we can move on to other things. Yeah, so how does anyone know that James Caan is in this situation? Well, I think it's like his book producer is calling around trying to figure out where he's at. Because of the heavy snow, right? The snow had covered his car. His car was sitting upside down. It was in heavy snow. So, the sheriff had, could not find it, could not see it, didn't know where he was. And then, once it did start to thaw, they assumed he was dead because, I mean, who could have survived the winter, right? And I don't know how it comes to be that he figures out the whole Kathy Bates person themselves, but he does. So remember when I was saying that after seeing this movie I was having nightmares of Kathy Bates at the foot of my bed, right? In one scene, and it still chills me. I don't know if you've seen the movie or not. You're about ready to know exactly what I'm talking about. One scene in the movie is where she finds out that, well, James Caan realizes that he needs to try and get out of this psycho's house, right? He tries to escape, and he doesn't. She comes back from the store and sees that he's been moving around, so she's going to make sure he doesn't move around for a while, right? So she's talking to him and puts this, I don't know, this board, like a 4x4, between his ankles, right? She's got him strapped to the bed, and she puts this 4x4 between his ankles, and then breaks out a sledgehammer, and then breaks his ankles with the sledgehammer. And oh my God, I tell you, that is probably the worst scene in a movie, for me anyway, that just made me cringe. So now you know what my cringe-worthy moment was in a movie. What was yours, and what movie was it? I mean, I know of a lot of them, but that one right there actually took the cake for me. I was like, I felt it. I seriously felt my ankles being broke in that scene, and I was in pain. I was in pain and agony for it. Oh my God, how brutal. I mean, from Stephen King's standpoint, how do you, as an author, come up with this stuff? Holy cow. But anyway. Ah, man, I just thought it was nuts when I saw that. Everybody in the theater was like, "Oh my God," I mean, come on, that was painful. Okay. You're going back to where you belong, and you are going back where you belong. I think you're pretty cleaned up, right? Yeah. Looks like we're pretty cleaned up on the inside and on the outside. This didn't have a motor in it, but I believe it has the Windsor motor. So this is going to be a one I haven't built in a while. So you're going to have to bear with me because I am doing it all stock. Even more so. At least I'm not bouncing in between performance parts and the regular parts. So we got. There we go. Servo, battery, and radiator. We are golden there. Alrighty, now let's see. Let's get rid of any parts that we don't need, of course. And then we are going to go for the Windsor motor build. Now to find that puppy. I know it's blue. No, those are straight sixes. Windsor. Right there. Hot diggity dog diggity. 200 horsepower for an 8-cylinder. Wow. Really? Crazy. Okay, so what do we need here? Overhead valve eye. So with that information, armed with that information, we're going to go into the engine. We're going to go overhead valve eye. There we go. And we're going to pick up as many pieces as I can find for the overhead valve eye. There's another one. That's for the overhead valve eye, but that's not it. I think we need 2 of those, right? Yeah, 2 of those. 2 of those manifolds. Head covers, both of those. Manifold. Oil filter. I think it would be that one. I'm not even sure. So, rings, oil pan. Let's see here. No, I just need one of those and one of these. Okay, so I've got the basics there. All right, so let's wipe that out. Go to engine. Go with air cleaner intake. Then we're just going to go through here and pick up things like the alternator, the brackets. I don't think I need a belt tensioner. I'm not sure what cam I need, but I'm sure I'm going to. Cam for that. 4-barrel carburetor at least. Yes. I'm going to take one of those. Distributor, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have one for that. Crankshaft. Not sure what crankshaft it uses, but we're going to get at least 4 of those just in case. I want to say the overhead valve one, but we will find out, won't we? Got the engine block and the heads and the covers. So we'll screw in manifolds. Fuel filter, gotta grab one of those. Rollers, I don't think. Engine coil, yes. Yes. Distributor cap, where's the rotor for that? Where's the rotor? Where is the rotor for that? Oh, there it is. Whew. Okay, so wires. Maybe a set of wires. I am not even sure which ones they are. I want to say, which ones? I don't know which ones they are. I'll have to come back to that. Got the intake. I'm good with that. Have an oil filter. Not sure which one it is. So the piston rings, we're going to go 8. Conrod 8. Power steering pump, I believe we just go with a V8 one. We got the fan. I don't know about the rockers. Our rod caps, we'll go ahead and get 8 of those. Spark plugs times 8. Go ahead and pick up a starter while I'm here. Timing chain, I have no idea. It's going to be overhead valve 8, I believe. Got the cover. Not sure about the rods. Water pump. Yeah. Maybe it's that one. Water pump pulley. Alright. Go to the gearbox. Clutch. Pressure plate, throwout bearing, and a flywheel. I need a drive shaft too while I'm there. Exhaust. I know I'm going to need two rear mufflers and a middle muffler. Two middle mufflers. Alright. Alright, let's see how far we can get with this. Probably not too dang far, right? It's just the way things happen with me. Okay, overhead valve. Yep. Okay, crankshaft. I win for that. Oh, wait a minute. What camshaft is that? Overhead valve. What? Oh, man. Really? See, there's my first hiccup right there. I thought there was an I in here. See, I would have thought it was the V8i, but I guess I'm totally wrong. Okay. It's all good. Alright. We'll get her. We'll get her. So, okay. So, back to the movie. If you have read or seen this movie, what was your favorite part of the movie? Let me know down in the comment section down below too, outside the other cringeworthy stuff that I've mentioned. What other cringeworthy movie scene do you find yourself just cringing every time you think about it? Alright, what do we need here? We need cam gear and an i6 alternator. i6 alternator. Really? Wow. Okay. Alright. Doesn't seem right to me, but okay. Cam gear. And i6 alternator. Alright. No, I don't want to do any of that. I just want to build the engine. Let's see if I got all these other parts right. I don't know if I do or not, but we'll find out. Okay, so now that I've got this on, you've heard me say about this in other videos. The way these engines are set up, you should always put the timing cover on first before you put the oil pan on. So now we're going to go in here. We'll go ahead and set up our pistons. Make sure our gapping is good. And I'm going to go ahead and set the heads on here so I can see what I need to do in here for the heads. Okay, it looks like I'm going to need push rods. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. I was hoping for something a little more simplistic from these things. Spark plug, plug, and spark plug. We'll go ahead and start reeling in all these other devices here. Get all these all put together. So this is the first of very few cars, well, I should say this is one of very few cars that I have built completely stock, and even, you know, taking some of the sport wheels off it, for crying out loud. And it went completely stock with the sport wheels, with the stock wheels, I should say. So yeah, I don't do many of them completely stock, and I struggle at it from time to time just because I like throwing some customization on these. But these are movie cars, and I mean, it doesn't really matter if they have all the performance parts on them or not. Carburetor, yep. That's your basic. That looks like a Carter 4-barrel carburetor. Okay, what are these? These are, yeah, that's what I thought they were. I should have picked them up while I was looking at that. Okay, so we need basic camshaft and our crankshaft. So let's go crank. Get the typical crankshaft. There we go. Pick up some wires. It's going to be the typical V8 wires, which, you know, I knew for some reason, but I didn't pick them up. God only knows why. Yeah, I have shifted things around a little bit, because usually I have the body done already, and I just throw the motor in and we go. So I'm gonna have to still do the body on this. Oh well. Oh, I was in the parts shop. I should have gotten. Damn. I should have picked up the rods. I guess I'm gonna need the rockers too, considering. So I'm gonna have to pick those up. Let me get this bottom end taken care of, and then we'll go get some. There we go. Alright. Crankshaft pulley. I do have belts, so I should be okay with the belts. And the wires. Alright, so let's flip you back into place. And let's do the rods. So rods. Oh, I didn't type. Regular push rods. I'm going to need 16 of these bad boys. And then we need jeez, what's the name of this stupid things? Rockers. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to get 16 of these bad boys. I was hoping it would come in a series. I could just slap a whole series down on it. It just makes life so much easier. Oh well. This is like a typical overhead valve V8 engine that I usually build, so no harm, no foul, I guess. So looking at this car, the car is a green, and I believe the car in the movie is like a dark green. So not too bad, considering I pulled this thing out of the junkyard. At least it was green, I guess. We'll give the old once over here in a few. Put all the body panels back on, and we will be good. Get a interior setup on it. Boom. Alright. There we go. Now we get all these things taken care of. I can't wait to get this thing done. Oh, the F100 over there. The F100 truck over there. I haven't done much. With it because I've been searching for some movie cars in the junkyard. So I haven't really. When it comes to playtime, that's been what I've been primarily doing, is playing around the junkyard looking for cars. Haven't done anything with it. It still needs an engine built for it. I should say get the rest of the body configured on it, get it set up. I think I need to redo the front suspension on it. I don't think I've done that yet. That still needs to be done. Front suspension? Oh yeah, front suspension needs to be done. Oh hell, that rear suspension needs to be done too. Whew, okay, so I'm lacking on getting this truck built, and this it's nothing more than a replacement of one that I've already built. So you know, it's not a big deal per se. It's just I haven't done it yet. Let me. Done this on a couple of occasions. Let's go ahead and put some oil in this bad boy. Alright, let's put you in the air. Let's get all the underneathness. Get all the underneathness taken care of. Alright. What do we have here? We have middle muffler. I have pipe C's, overhead valve. Okay. Alright. So, gearbox. Bam. Bought a starter. Pair of C's. I think that's all I need, because I do think I already got the drive shaft. Yeah. Exhaust. Yeah, we're cooking now, aren't we? I love how the Ford engines are painted blue. I wish all the orange engines were all Chevrolet engines. I wish they had the ability to paint the engines. That's what I wish. That's what I wish for. Alright, rear exhaust. We are done with the underneath. About one too many camshaft bearings. Okay, yep, that was wrong. And yeah, that was wrong. A whole lot of things that were wrong. Okay, 1965 Ford Mustang. So let's go in here. And we're going to go to the Community Cars Body Shop. Type in here 1965 Ford Mustang. And voila. There we go. Alright, so we have quite the many pieces to this. Those look tinted. Do we have regular windows? Yeah, we have regular windows down below. So we are going to go with a stock bumper, stock front end, stock door, stock window, stock fenders, stock door, stock window, stock fender, stock windshield, stock hood, stock window, stock headlight, stock mirror, tail light, exhaust tip, rear window, headlight, mirror, tail Light. Trunk. Okay, I think I've got all the pieces. Before I do that, though, I want to... What kind of seats are these? I do not know. But I'm going to have to go look. Alright. Let's go ahead and jump into the interior shop. Similar to those, I think it's these right here, the Ford Mustang. Okay, so we got Ford parts here, and I'm sure it's a Ford Mustang steering wheel. Right here. Okay. So I told you I'm going to go as completely stock as I possibly can with this. So there we go. Oops. Alright. Let us build the body. Windows. There we go, going round and round. Oh, my mouse got stuck. There we go. And voila. One stock Mustang. Now, the one thing I do want to see is the plates. Plates are go on tablet. We had New York plates. Let's see if we have New York in here. M in New York. Not the New York plates I wanted, but it is New York plates. So we're going to get 2 of these, and the plate number was VXY space 722, I believe. 722. There we go. So we got 2 of them. Not exactly the New York license plates I was looking for, but maybe Playway will give us a little more, or not Playway, maybe Red Dot will give us a few more license plates in the future. That would be great. Alright, we are full on. Let's see what we got here. 100% across the board. Yes, we are. Look at that. 121 miles. 121,000 miles. Okay, we're going to move this car to the paint booth so we can give it a nice dark green paint job. So overall, hey, let's see, what's the hue here? Saturation is green. It's more of a let's see. Yeah, there we go. Thinking that's about it, right? There's a few things that aren't quite right on this, but that's alright. So we're not even going to throw this bad boy into the dyno. Why? Because we built it factory and we know it's going to build. It's going to come with 218 horsepower. We haven't done anything with it, so no use putting it on the dyno. So there we have it. The car James Caan drove and wrecked in the movie Misery by Stephen King. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know what Stephen King novel you like. And I have another Stephen King novel car coming up in the near future that you don't want to miss, so please hit that subscribe button. Leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget a cringe-worthy episode, a cringe-worthy moment in a movie. What was it for you? Yeah, I'd love to hear it. All right, until the next time, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, keep wrenching. This is Hurst Quayzar saying good night, and I am out.